Welcome to Kansas Motor Speedway as we get ready for the Giant Supermarkets 300. Kansas and Daytona remain in the regular season as these drivers, as a win will lock you in. At this point in the season, a win is going to lock you into the playoffs. And this is a huge implication. This race is very big, as next week, anybody can win at Daytona. Here, you could steal one away and put yourself in the playoffs. Let's get you to your starting grid. Brian Post on the pole in that number 51 Austin Mitchell Racing Machine. Josh Berry in the 18 Austin Mitchell Racing Machine in second. Gizmo Tech third in the 38. George Kirifitis Jr. in the 64 fourth. Jay Bergermouth in the 34 fifth. Landon Slagan in the number 91 sixth. Zechariah Cartledge in the 61 seventh. Sacramento Cali in the 4 8th. Bailey Datz in the 009. 10th is going to be Mellon in the number 1. Chase Ingram in the 11th position in the 01. Micah Sanchez in the 41 and 12th. 13th, Caden Gulo in the 48. 14th, Sebastian Sapien in the 42. 15th, Jackson Cottingham in the 07. 16th, Cole Trudeau in the number 62. 17th, Jax Holder in the number 2. 18th, Colby Brown in the 73. 19th, John Bergermouth III in the 35. 20th, Nolan Crane in the 44. 21st, Mr. Bear in the 36. 22nd, James Carney in the 66. 23rd, Jingles Bells in the 19. 24th is going to be Casey Bristow in the 92. 25th, Daniel DeStasio in the 7. 26th, Redding Cali in the 65. 27th, Paxton Brandon in the 94. 28th, Gavin Smith in the 13. 29th, Jeff Bells in the number 11. 30th, Ethan Eckert in the 22. 31st, Luna Morales in the 15. 32nd, Wyatt Youngblood in the number 12. 33rd, Snowflake Bells in the number 10. 34th, Thomas Annunziata in the number 70. 35th, Michael A. Good in the 25. And in the 45, Bryson Moody qualifying dead last in the field. Obviously a tough time for him, but he's already locked in the playoffs. He's obviously gearing up and ready for the playoffs. We're going to hit your trackside to your pole sitter, Brian Post. Well, both our front sitters have a win this season. The guys behind them, not so much. Jay Bergermouth, the only one who has a win besides Sacramento Cali in that top 10. Mellon, once again, he's been in a lot of wrecks this season, but obviously a huge chance for a potential to absolutely come back and still win to lock himself into the playoffs. And as we get ready to start going out, 40 laps here from the Giant Supermarkets 300 at Kansas. It's going to definitely get interesting as we continue to move forward through this race. Brian Post switching to 51 after Austin Mitchell Racing decided to retire the number 8 for now. Green flag in the air. Brian Post gets a good run. Everybody on the bottom. A great run off the restart. And we go green here from the Giant Supermarkets 300. Brian Post now out to a lead. Behind him, Gizmo Tech. And the 64 of George Kufidis III, who is going to be in trucks full-time next season. So, final season of him running full-time here. But right now, Gizmo Tech trying to be the latest winner on the season. And he's going to dive to the inside and push Brian up the racetrack. He's going to take the lead. Josh Berry's going to go with. Gizmo Tech, a great move to start this one off. Now the two Austin K. Mitchell race cars are sandwiched in between Fords. 64 is going to pass Brian Post. Behind them, everybody is shaking up. Here comes a 34 too. Obviously, these two teams who are running Ford Mustangs right now, JBM and GKR, are both very friendly with each other. They run and they help each other a lot. So looking at this, obviously these GKR cars are going to help out. Even though they're trying to make the playoffs at the same time too. Jay Bergermouth and Sacramento Cali are both in the playoffs as the 18 goes all the way up the racetrack. That's going to allow the 64 and the 51 to make the pass. Behind them, more cars spreading out through. We're going to take a look back. Mellon down a spot in 11th right now in that Kubota Tools number 1 machine. Brand new sponsor, Fifth Third Bank, ends up going to the number 38. Or 36. Fifth Third Bank. So the 36. As he tries to find a way through. And man, is that scheme ugly. We gotta go over and change that one. That scheme is very ugly, but we'll deal with that later. Right now, Josh Berry with the fastest lap in the field of 30.43. He was able to get past the 64 once again, but obviously everybody's number one shot is to get at the 38. We're going to go on board with Brian Post. It's very early into the race, but most like predominantly about this situation is that, you know, you're moving a lot. Most importantly, just trying to get it through and continue pushing forward. But right now, still sitting about 0.6 seconds behind. But behind them, George Kufidis III still trying to chase down the ATM while Jay Bergermouth chases him down. Sacramento Cali up 2 spots. Landon Slagan, Zechariah Cartledge, one of his good qualifying runs of the season, trying to get his first win. He's headed to Cup next year. He's bought a charter for his own team, and he is full steam ahead right now, trying to push. But here comes Mellon on the inside. You'll see Mellon go to the bottom. It's not going to be enough quite yet. But Zechariah Cartledge going to Cup next year, and obviously going to be a big thing with that number 61 trading paints machine. As here comes Mellon on the bottom. And behind them, the field continues to be a little bit spread out. James Carney in the number 66 with last week's winner, Jax Holder in that number 2. Ooh, Cottingham all the way up the racetrack. Jackson Cottingham goes all the way up the racetrack. But he gets it back going again, and we got Gavin Smith in that number 13 now. He's got to win this season as well. All of Austin Mitchell Racing's teams, or drivers, have had a win this season. And most importantly, Gavin's coming at Bristol in a well-fought race that put him into the playoffs. And now, with a lot of firepower from their Chevy team, they're going to have a great run in the playoffs. And here he comes to the inside. Ooh, is he going to take it 3 wide with that number 36? Let's see. He's going to dive it to the bottom. He will not. Not yet, at least. Onto the bottom. Gizmo Tech now about almost a second ahead of the 51 of Brian Post. Everybody else kind of getting spread out in the front here. We know how Jordan Herring did it last night in the trucks. He was able to get away. Now with about a 1.5 second lead, a really good run from this 38. He's getting away. 15 of 40 laps in the books so far. We'll be taking the 25 to go next time by. We'll take 25 to go on GTV Sports, Giant Supermarkets 300. A great run right here. And Billy Datz into the pits. Billy Datz is in the pits. No damage. It seems like he's coming in early. Looks like the pit strategy is calling for it here. It looks like he is getting some damage fixed. Billy Dats in the pits. Now with Gizmo Tech putting up about a 1.5 second lead. And here they come in for pit stops. With 20 to go, halfway through this race, they're all going to come in. Casey Bristow and Cole Trudeau stay out. As well as both Jingles and Snowflake Bells. Casey Bristow and Cole Trudeau staying out, only the ones that are coming out. Let's see, the race off of pit road. Great pit stop for the 38. Everybody else got to come off. The 64 having problems. Coming out now. Here comes Cole Trudeau and Casey Bristow in. Gizmo Tech going to get out of pits first. Brian Post out second. Josh Berry third. Jay Bergermouth fourth. Landon Slagan fifth. Sacramento Cali sixth. Trafias the third, seventh. Zachariah Cartledge 8th, Sapien 9th, and Gulo 10th. Everybody else pits. Coming out of pits now, let's see. They're definitely going to get past. And they are all out of pit road. Well, now 3 seconds behind Brian Post. This is what the onboard looks like. That 38 is gone with 18 to go. We're going to take you to a quick side-by-side. Welcome back to GTV Sports presentation of the Giant Supermarkets 300. As Gizmo Tech continues to get a huge lead. And the caution flag is out. Cole Trudeau. Something happened with Cole Trudeau. And he is off the racetrack. Well, this is a huge impact here as the caution flag comes out late. We're going to take a look at what happened to Cole Trudeau. Right here, he's racing really hard with Kanangulo. Kanangulo gives him a little bit of a shove, and oh, he put him in the wall. And big damage for number 62 after he tried a different type of pit strategy. And he's going to just probably park it on the racetrack. Well, big damage for Cole Trudeau. That's going to bring out our first caution of the day. And now, with 12 to go under our first caution. Now a chance for some of the other drivers who are in this field to try to make a comeback. We'll be getting back going with 9 to go here at Kansas after our first caution.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Gizmo Tech gonna get a good jump off the restart. Everybody else behind gonna double file. Double up, and look at Josh Berry. Josh Berry's win was at the beginning of the year at Daytona. He was the first driver to lock himself into the playoffs. And now, threatening to take a win away from the 38 here. I don't know. It's going to be a huge chance. Brian Post, his teammate, is also there trying to fight for a win as well. And now, two hard chargers there are both fighting really hard And behind them, that's going to allow the 91 of Landon Slagan and the 34 to get a huge run. Whoa! Brian almost gets loose. He almost washed up the racetrack and wrecked the 91. Zechariah going to take it 3 on the bottom, trying to gain spots. Up the racetrack goes. Here comes Wyatt Youngblood up 25 spots. He's up to 7th. And he's going to pass by the 61. Well, here comes Zechariah right back on the inside. They're fighting really hard on the bottom here. 2 by 2. Here they come. Wyatt Youngblood trying to find his way up to the front. He's been in a horrendous spot after his wreck at Dover, and he is looking to potentially change that here. His brother Weston will be making starts for Penske in the ARCA Series next season. He's trying to get himself up the Cup. He will. He'll be starting in the number 22 next season. Wyatt Youngblood trying to prove something here, trying to get another great finish to start his momentum back up heading into the playoffs. Currently sits 6th, but look at the run he has. And Brian Post is going to shove him up the racetrack. Here they come. Up the racetrack, Brian Post, they are side by side. He's going to clear him again, but Wyatt's going to continue to keep to the bottom, trying to get him. And look at Jay Bergermouth trying to go after his teammate. We're going to call on board with him. He's closing the gap on his teammate with 4 to go. Jay Bergermouth wants to steal another one. He won at Pocono 2 weeks ago, trying to get another win. If he does, he will tie Bryson Moody with the most wins on the season. But it's 3 to go now, and his teammate Gizmo Tech trying to keep this lead. Wyatt Youngblood moves up into 5th now, and he's able to get away from the rest of the field. But Gizmo Tech, here comes the 34, closing in with 3 to go. Jay Bergermouth trying to pull the upset on his teammate. Here he comes. He's way faster. He's gaining throughout the corners. And they're going to fly into turn 1 with 2 to go. Jay Bergermouth onto the back bumper. Almost. They're really close. Onto the back straightaway. He has draft now. About a quarter of a second in closing. He's taking the high line. Obviously not the preferred line here, but he's making it work a little bit. Off of the corner, he's going to get a good run. White flag, 1 to go. And Gizmo Tech trying to hold on for his first win. His teammate up in the range, threatening to steal it away. He's going to get a huge run down the back straightaway now. Down the back for the final time. Gizmo Tech trying to get the first win. Jay Bergermouth stays high. It's not going to be enough. Gizmo Tech is going to lock himself in the playoffs. With a win here, he'll lock himself in. And where did James Carney come from in the 66? He's going to get a top 5 here. Wyatt Youngblood 6th with a great run. James Carney with a huge run at the end. He's going to get all the way up to 6th, 5th. But Gizmo Tech is going to win this race. My gosh. He holds off a hard-charging Jay Bergermouth to do it as well. And your race results coming up. Gizmo Tech wins this race. Jay Bergermouth 2nd, Josh Berry 3rd, Landon Slagan 4th, James Carney 5th, Wyatt Youngblood 6th, Brian Post 7th, Sebastian Sapien 8th, Sacramento Cali 9th, George Kirifides 3rd, 10th, 11th, Jackson Cottingham. 12th, Caden Gulo. 13th, Zechariah Cartledge. 14th, Luna Morales. 15th, Casey Bristow. 16th, Redding Cali. 17th, Chase Ingram. 18th, Micah Sanchez. 19th is going to be Michael Good. 20th, Mr. Bear. 21st, Jingles Bells. 22nd, Jeff Bells. 23rd, Paxton Brandon. 24th, Snowflake Bells. 25th, Gavin Smith. 26th, Danny DeStasio. 27th, Bryson Moody. 28th, Nolan Crane. 29th, John Bergamot III. 30th, Ethan Eckert. 31st, Colby Brown. 32nd, Mellon. 33rd, Jax Holder. 34th, Thomas Annunziata. 35th, Bailey Datz. And in 36th, Cole Trudeau. We thank you for watching from Kansas tonight, but the big race is looming next week. The season finale at Daytona. Everybody's going to be on their feet. This is going to be a really good one. And we hope you guys tune in next week for Daytona, the season finale of Publix Season 1. Close to the playoffs. It's going to get really interesting. Good night.